Let's get her kicked off, and I'm really excited to have Melanie back in the community at E4S. And many of you may know Melanie has worked and helped start up the Green Building Coalition, and now it's called the Northeast Ohio chapter of the USGBC. Michelle is here, and she can tell you about where it is today. But Melanie was part of helping get that started up. So I'm very happy to have her back here at E4S, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about her new job, how she's working with Kent State University.
To the right. Well, thanks. It's very fun to be back here, and I've always loved E4S. I'm glad to be here in my new position. I'll say I'm still fairly new at Kent State. I've been there about 5 months, but I'll tell you what I've learned, which is pretty exciting stuff. And mixed into my PowerPoint, which I will keep to 5 minutes, are some kind of random pictures of sustainability on campus. They don't always go with the slide, but I want to throw them in anyway. So just to let you know how things are, where things are at Kent State, when I started my position as sustainability manager, I was the first sustainability manager. So before that, it's not that sustainability wasn't happening, but sustainability was happening independently in different places all over campus. And so what we're trying to do now is learn about all of those things and then find a way to coordinate them and get them to the next level. So we're building on those original successes, and something else that we're still working on is finding baselines, because there's a lot of numbers we don't know or don't trust yet, so we're working on that while we're continuing to advance these programs. And before I started, in the spring of 2009, they started the Task Force on Sustainability, which is a way for faculty, staff, students, and community members to come together and work on, bring ideas, and do research and make recommendations to the university about different areas of sustainability. So it's really the way we're trying to engage a lot of folks across campus. It's probably, I know, a little over 100 people that are involved in that in one way or another right now. We try to appreciate that they're bringing their unique knowledge, experience, ideas, and energy to this. And the picture here is actually the annual burning of the prairie on the Kent State campus. So that's kind of representing our energy, the fire, the passion. The 9 subcommittees, I list them up there. Ooh, it's kind of messed up. I list them up there because I could never remember them all off the top of my head. But you can see they're dealing with different aspects of sustainability all across campus. And the picture there is one of the electric vehicles that Campus Environment and Operations uses around campus. They're shifting the entire fleet over to electric or hybrid wherever possible as they upgrade. And Holly asked me to touch on some of, I guess everybody, to touch on some of the sort of primary areas that we'd be working on. We have had recycling at Kent State for a long time, but I'll just say, not knowing whether that baseline number I have is very good yet, there's still a lot of room for improvement. And this is one of the first things that we're really tackling, because you have to have waste and recycling under control. That's something that we really should be on top of. They have had internal recycling contests in the residence hall in the fall semester for a number of years, but this year, this is the first year we're participating in Recycle Mania, which is the national contest among universities, and we're just doing the residence halls this January. Well, it's January through March, and we want to ramp up to do it for the entire campus for next year. We're working on both the education and behavior aspects of recycling, as well as making the process smoothly, making sure people have receptacles where they need them. It seems like a simple thing to do, but when you're dealing with a campus of 38,000 people, nothing is simple. So it takes time. We're working on it. Also, I wanted to mention a little pilot project. We're trying to do little pilot projects wherever we can around campus. And so in the Office of the University Architect, we ask people to voluntarily give up their waste baskets and only have a recycling basket at their desk, and to use only common waste baskets. And what we found is most people gave up the waste basket, except for those who were concerned about what we called the tissue issue, especially in the wintertime. So they're allowed to keep them, you know, but we did find that the recycling definitely increased. It made people ask more questions about what is and isn't recyclable. And last week, for the first time, the recycling bin outside the building got filled before the trash bin. So we're going to be expanding that program. And that's all the fancy schmancy recycling poster with the Kent State flash on it, letting people know what they can recycle, and that's up in the residence halls. And as far as buildings, there is one building on Kent State's campus that is in the process of getting LEED certification. So there's two? What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, 2 buildings? No, 2 minutes. I gotta go faster. But we are committed to doing at least LEED Silver for any new construction. There's going to be a $200 million bond issue, so we will be having new buildings and major renovations in the next few years. We're working on energy efficiency improvements throughout campus, as Holly mentioned, the House Bill 251. And we're also revising the design and construction standards so that it gets incorporated to all projects and not just the big ones. Energy, we have a combined heat and power plant, which produces about 40% of the electricity we use on campus. They're really sexy programs like consolidation of chillers on buildings that everybody just loves. And a couple of pilots that we're doing in the energy area. One is the green switch. If you've ever been into a hotel where it's back. If you've ever been in a hotel where the electricity doesn't work unless you put your card in the door, something similar to that for residence halls, so that the electricity is only on when students are in the room. So we tested that out, and also a shower head that the flow reduces when you step away from it. So just kind of interesting stuff. And also, I'm really, really excited about the work that's going on to incorporate sustainability across the curriculum. It already is in quite a number of areas across campus, but again, we want it to be everywhere. We want it to be in every program that students are taking. We're working with the Provost's office and the Faculty Professional Development Center to do a whole program around that. And last but not least, the research. I'm not totally, I don't know all the details of the research that's going on with sustainability around campus, but I know that it's there, and the people who are involved in it are really proud. So if you're interested in any of these areas, I can definitely get you in touch with the people who are doing it. And I think that's it for me. Some contact information, if you can get it down. Pictures of the local, the farmers market for students in the residence halls. They can use their dining program to get local food. All right, that's it.
We have time for one question. I don't know if Peter, can you run microphone? One question for Melanie.
Here, let me take this.
Does somebody have a question for Melanie? Over here. All the way over there.
Do you know anything about Hold it. Potential for a green conversion? Oh, okay. Do you know anything about the potential for a green conversion at the Kent State Airport? There's been some discussion of that.
You know what? I know we have an airport. I'm sorry that I don't know any more than that, and I'd be happy to talk to you or get some more information, but I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that one.